Now, here we go with the instrumental spot once more.
Well, to start as positively as I can, I think one thing we all saw in this man was joy. Despite the odds, despite the circumstances, enjoying his dang socks off. Let's just briefly review some of those circumstances, shall we? Alright, so on one hand, you're being called names on account of your polio leg, and on the other hand, planes are regularly dropping bombs from the sky. I mean, can you imagine the strength it took to rise above that, letting the names roll off your back, collecting bomb shrapnel in the streets for fun? I mean, he really was the kind of guy to look something like polio in the face and go, well, fuck you, I'm gonna do this.
Was fine, but Johnny Harris was exciting to watch. And he threw this shaggy hair all around him.
You know, if you watch Johnny on stage, he's an actor in himself. This guy who had worked with all these amazing people like Tom Jones, Shirley Bassey, Diana Ross, and John Anderson from Yes.
I think that's about it. If we went ba 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 ga ga ba ga ga ba ga ga ga. Casting only you, seeing windows on the younger side, create love for you, all to bring you morning.
I said, why don't I know? This guy's like the Quincy Jones of England, you know?
He was a legend and a mogul in his field. But don't just take my word for it. To every commission he undertakes, Johnny Harris brings sensitivity, joy, passion, and a great deal of talent. Johnny is a complete professional, as solid and dependable as the Gibraltar Rock. Johnny Harris is a true giant in the world of great composers. His talent knows no time or boundaries. Thank you, Emerson Hart of Literal Tonic. England is famous for her London Bridge, Westminster Abbey, the Crown Jewels, Sherlock Holmes, and James Bond. But she also has produced the genius of Johnny Harris, and for my money, he easily tops the list.
9 Emmy Awards.
J.H. is a great mate and a great composer, one of the best. I love working with him. Literally, Richard Harris, fucking Dumbledore.
Johnny is an amazing arranger. He's one of a few of the greatest arrangers that came out of Great Britain.
He's one of those genuine geniuses. He can do anything, and he knows it.
string arrangement, his percussive sounds. He puts everything, even the kitchen sink he throws into an arrangement. That's Johnny Harris's stamp.
His sound was so influential that what you're hearing right now is an instrumental breakdown my band wrote. They barely met the guy more than once, yet they named this section the Johnny Harris Breakdown. Without sacrificing his recognizability, he still found ways to experiment, to be on the cutting edge. If you've ever spent any time in this house, then you're probably familiar with this site.
That's my dad. That's my dad and me at the Talk of the Town on the first big show with Tom Jones as his music director.
You're probably familiar with the way that music echoes down the hallway. Some of my earliest memories include seeing all the MIDI tracks on his computer and recognizing that the notes changed when the lines on the screen changed. I'm a little late to the party. I only showed up in '96.
Those were all in the span of the late 60s to the 80s.
The man lived more than twice as long as I've been alive and then had me. And there's a lot of different things that all of us took in from him over the years. But I can confidently say that one thing that he gave all of us was music. Love for it, passion for it, a career in it, what have you. He shared his joy with us, seemingly unencumbered by worry or fear. He showed us what was possible, that despite the odds, you can succeed if you choose to make it happen. Many of us here are chasing our bliss because he told us we could. That's the kind of impact that lasts for generations.
Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you.
Growing up watching this guy and watching all of you who also watched this guy is what made me who I am. Plain and simple. Pieces of him will live on through us and how we impact people. Everything from his courage to his nose. Strong genes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
He lives on through the music we make, the way we look at the world, and the way I go, hello, when I see my friends. Through the good and the bad, he'll always be with us. Through the stories we tell, the way we yell at the cat, and the way Richard wraps up a phone call by going, well, listen, mate.
Well
And last but not least, in the way that most of us can do a Peter Sellers Inspector Clouseau impression.
And there's the kitchen and the TV room.
Yes, that's awesome.
The beginning is that dun, 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 we are now we're gonna start to build it.
Lalo Schifrin, right, Jack? Lalo Schifrin. Lalo Schifrin, and he's written. Do you mind, Jack? What is it?
Said something in French that was so lovely and so romantic sounding, and then you said, "Can you imagine it in German?" and then you said it in German. It was like, "We can walk into a fire, that's what I think."